Hi everyone, I'm the first presenter. My name is Nur Faizana binti Muhammad Rafi, metric number 272643. Our restaurant's name is D Wood. The name D Wood complements the place that it was built in, which is the woods of Sintok UUM. While Western dining is getting popular in Malaysia, Asian cooking has been wiped out and often forgotten by the teenagers. D Wood draws upon influence from the Asian culture and culinary traditions. Relish a gastronomic evening at this luxe and lounge restaurant, where the curation is just as important as cuisine and art. Our restaurant is located beside the Lake Restaurant in UUM. Due to the visibility of the area, we have chosen where target market can easily see our restaurant as they enter the main gate of UUM. This makes our restaurant is accessible by customers. Ideally, this place also has parking lots for the customers to park their vehicles. Taking into consideration that we are opening against a competitor, we have agreed to shorten our opening hours only above 6 p.m. to attract more customers. Our restaurant is the #1 affordable fine dining restaurant. Why did we do this? Because students often feel like fine dining is very pricey. They have never been to fine dining before. So we take the chances and make a unique style Asian restaurant. And Asian fine dining is a very fresh idea that we have brought into our restaurant.
Hi, my name is Nur Hidayah binti Osman. My metric number is 273 and 193. Okay, I will explain about a recipe cost card. What is a recipe cost card? Recipe cost card is a card used to cost out the final product. You are selling your client to figure out what you need to sell it for and how much money you will make on the event. Why recipe cost card is important? Because recipe cost card allow you to make smart business decisions to ensure your profitability, such as what to charge, whether you need to find less expensive product, if an item needs to change or even drop from the menu, and others. Okay, next is our restaurant choose nasi lemak as our food. So the ingredient that we chose for nasi lemak is a coconut milk, long ring, long rice grain, ginger, eggs, cucumber, raw peanut, chili pepper, vegetable oil, and salt. So the total cost of the nasi lemak is RM2.90 and portion one, and we mark up for 38%, and we sell the nasi lemak is RM4. Next, the food that we choose to our restaurant is laksa. So the ingredient for laksa is mackerel, laksa, chili peppers, ketan, lemongrass, galangal, turmeric, water, and salt. So the total cost of the laksa is RM3.71, and we mark up for 30%. So we selling the laksa is RM4.80. Ice Starbucks is our beverage in our restaurant. So the ingredient for ice Starbucks is granulated sugar, rose syrup, and pandan leaf. So the total cost of the ice Starbucks is RM1.30, and we mark up that our beverage is 10%, and we selling price that ice Starbucks is RM1.20.
Assalamualaikum. I will continue with 3 strategies for controlling labor costs. No matter what industry, labor cost is one of the major parts of most companies' expenses, and they are notoriously difficult to manage. Before jumping straight to cutting staff, there are a number of better ways or strategies to reduce labor costs and improve efficiency. I'm gonna start with reduce overtime and staff turnover. To reduce overtime, track and identify overtime patterns. Carefully review the payroll of employees where overtime work is typically used, like holiday season, or the same people is working overtime each shift. And then compare to actual labor budget and see if it needs adjusting. Overtime is an unavoidable component in the labor cost, but it is not a continuous loop. So cap overtime so that everyone has a chance to work overtime hours if they are appreciate the extra pay. Then consider using more part-time staff or hiring temporary labor to assist. Staff turnover, as we know, it is costly and time-consuming. In order to avoid it, maintain market rate pay and overall compensation. Monitor what other companies pay for similar roles, especially when it comes for difficult to fill position. To increase employee engagement, reward and recognize employees. Following on is cross-train staff. Disadvantage of having specific tasks for everyone is that when someone is unavailable or leaves, other employees are unable to fulfill the task. This is also a problem if the responsibility of the expert are not too important to the company, increasing workload while losing money to keep people working. So that is why it is important to cross-train staff. The idea is to empower employees to provide support from within the company instead of outsourcing or overloading one group of employees during hectic time. It can develop new skills for the staff and boost organizational flexibility. Sharing workload can help reduce risk on both sides. Most employees will like the learning or growth, and as long as duties are defined, it will not have an impact on team productivity. And if one employee leaves abruptly, there are plenty other employees with the same training. So company will not have to spend money recruiting to fill the post, and they do not have to worry much. For managers and business owners, employee scheduling is a never-ending task. Even under normal circumstances, accurately anticipating staffing demands and maximizing efficiency while remaining fair to employees can be tough. Staff schedules and business requirements are most likely in flux as a result of COVID-19. Now, health and safety standards must take into account such as body screening, cleaning and testing, as well as capacity constraint in any premises. The rules and regulation change depending on the situation, so business owners need to be alert. So why is it important to schedule staff efficiently? As a result, company never be overstaffed or understaffed. Employee engagement and happiness will suffer if company focus on business needs like having a mix of the right shifts without thinking that some team members would not love a particular shift. To schedule staff efficiently, take into account what is the employee needs because every people have different needs. A night shift, for example, is unlikely to be ideal for someone with a family. A student, on the other hand, may like this shift type. Following that, provide advance notice of any schedule adjustment. In order to maintain control over their life, they require advance notification. Last-minute shift notices are unfair to hardworking team members, causing anger and resentment. As I previously stated, allocate a fair number of shifts per staff so that everyone has the opportunity to work overtime hours if they want extra compensation. Role ambiguity can lead to inefficiency and employees waste time wondering what to work on and how to proceed once they have chosen a task. So, please clearly define roles to avoid confusion. Lastly, limit schedule changes to prevent burnout. That's it. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Aminul Hafiz bin Zahid, matric number 273567. For my part, I will explain about the influencing factor for a price decision can be divided into two groups, which is internal factor and external factor. For internal factor, the first is organization factor. Pricing decision occur on two levels in the organization. Overall, price strategy is dealt with by top executive. They determine the basic range that the product fall into in term of market segment. The actual mechanism of pricing are done with at lower level in the restaurant and focus on individual product strategy. Usually, some combination of product and marketing specialized are involved in choosing the price. So the second internal factor is product differentiation. The price of the product also depend upon the characteristic of the product. In order to attract the customer, different characteristics are added to the product, such as the quality, the size, the color, the attractive package, and the alternative use. Generally, customers pay more price for the product which is of the new style, fashion, and the better package. And the third internal factor that influence the price decision is cost of the product. Cost and price of a product are closely related. The most important factor is the cost of production. In deciding the market of product, a restaurant may try to decide what price are realistic considering current demand and competition in the market. The product ultimately goes to the public and their capacity to pay will fix the cost. Otherwise, product will be flat in the market. For the external factor, the first is competition. Competitive condition affect the price decisions. Competition is a crucial factor in price determination. A restaurant can fix the price equal to a lower than that of the competitor, provide the quality of product in no case be lower that of the competitor. The third external factor is the supplier. Supplier of raw material and other goods can have a significant effect on the price of the product. If the price of cotton goes up, the increase is passed on by supplier to manufacturer. Manufacturer in turn pass it on to consumer. Sometimes, however, when a manufacturer appears to be making large profit on a particular product, supplier will attempt to make profit by charging more for the supplies. In other words, the price of finished product is intimately linked up with the price of the raw material. Scarcity or abundance of the raw material also determines pricing. So the last external factor is the bias. The various consumer and business that buy a company's product or services may have an influence in the pricing decision. Their nature and behavior for the purchase of particular product, brand or service and the other affecting price when their number is large. So that's all for my part. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.